Deep in the labyrinthine waterways of the Congo Basin, a name is whispered in reverence and fear. Mokele Mbembe, the one who stops the flow of rivers. For centuries, it has been a ghost from a lost world, a local legend of a creature that should have vanished with the dinosaurs. But now, something has changed. After decades of silence, the whispers have grown into a roar. Across thousands of square miles, sightings of the legendary beast have exploded. Villagers speak of massive shapes in the water, of fishing boats overturned by a force of nature. The reports are so numerous, so consistent, that they've captured the attention of the world. The world's last living dinosaur discovered at last. It's a story almost too good to be true. And it is. The cryptozoologists and monster hunters chasing this phantom have missed the real story. Because Mokele Mbembe is real, but the truth behind its sudden, terrifying return is not one of discovery, but of destruction. It reveals a horror far worse than any prehistoric monster. The legend is ancient, woven into the oral histories of the Ba'aka people long before Western explorers arrived. They told of a creature the size of an elephant, with smooth grayish-brown skin, a powerful tail, and a long serpentine neck that could stretch 10 feet into the air. Eyewitnesses consistently described an animal that looked, impossibly, like a sauropod dinosaur. They claimed it was an herbivore, feeding on the malumbo vines along the riverbanks. Yet it was fiercely territorial, killing any human who ventured too close. But in a detail that has puzzled researchers for a century, it never ate its victims. Its home was said to be a network of underwater caves, its existence a secret guarded by the impenetrable jungle. These weren't just campfire stories. The descriptions were remarkably consistent across vast distances, from Cameroon to Gabon, from the Republic of Congo to the Central African Republic. The same creature, the same behaviors, the same warnings. A story so powerful, it would inevitably lure the modern world into a hunt for the impossible. The modern search began in earnest in 1980. Dr. Roy Mackal, a University of Chicago biochemist, and explorer James Powell launched the first major scientific expedition into the Congo's Lakwala swamp region. Their destination was the fabled Lake Tele, a remote, uncharted body of water said to be the creature's lair. What they found was tantalizing. Witness after witness provided eerily specific accounts. When shown photos of known animals like elephants and hippos, they identified them easily. But when presented with an illustration of a sauropod dinosaur, they pointed without hesitation. Mokele Mbembe, they said. On a follow-up expedition in 1981, Mackal's team encountered a massive, unexplained wake moving across Lake Tele. Their guys screamed the creature's name, but by the time cameras were ready, it was gone. This became a maddening pattern. Expeditions led by figures from serious scientists to creationists like William Gibbons, who hoped a living dinosaur would disprove evolution, all came back with the same result: compelling stories, but a complete absence of physical evidence. No bones, no clear photos, no verifiable DNA. As paleontologist Donald Prothero noted, the only people still seriously looking were not wildlife biologists, but those seeking to validate a belief. The search had become less about scientific discovery and more about wishful thinking. The creature existed perpetually just beyond the reach of a camera lens, a ghost that left no tracks. And as the hunters stared into the water, searching for their monster, they failed to see the real one gathering at their backs.
While the world chased a myth, a far more tangible monster was systematically dismembering the Congo Basin. Between the years 2000 and 2016 alone, the region lost an area of forest comparable to the entire United Kingdom. This isn't just an environmental statistic, it's one of the most rapid ecological collapses in human history. And here is the terrifying connection. As vast tracts of pristine rainforest are annihilated by logging, mining, and agriculture, animals that have lived in the deepest, most remote parts of the jungle for millennia are being forced out. They are refugees in their own home, driven into contact with human populations for the first time. In 2003, conservationist Salah Abungo was deep in Adzala-Kokua National Park. The jungle erupted around her, trees shaking, monkeys shrieking. Something massive was moving through the forest. For a heart-stopping moment, she was convinced she was about to meet the legend. The creature turned out to be a forest elephant, but her experience was a profound omen. Today, she explains, people are still confusing elephants and apes for Mokele Mbembe, and that's largely because of deforestation. The recent explosion in sightings is not a sign of the creature's return. It is a symptom of the ecosystem's death. The puzzle pieces click into place with chilling clarity. Imagine a forest elephant whose habitat has been destroyed, wandering into a village where it's never been seen before. To an unsuspecting person, its massive gray body, partially obscured by water and foliage, matches the legend. Its long trunk, emerging from the murky depths to breathe or feed, looks exactly like the long serpentine neck of a sauropod. Consider the hippo. The legend speaks of a beast that stops the flow of rivers and attacks boats without provocation. This perfectly describes a territorial bull hippopotamus, the single most dangerous large animal in Africa. As their own habitats are disrupted, they are forced into new territories, leading to more aggressive encounters with humans. Even the creature's roar has an explanation. In 2023, a Congolese biologist watched as farmers cleared jungle for crops. That night, the family heard unfamiliar calls from the darkness. A local teenager insisted with absolute certainty it was Mokele Mbembe roaring. The sound was actually the calls of displaced gorillas, their home now a smoking field. We are not witnessing the emergence of a prehistoric monster. We are witnessing the death throes of our planet's most magnificent megafauna, their forms filtered through the lens of folklore and trauma. We are turning real, dying animals into ghosts. The true monster of the Congo Basin doesn't have claws or teeth. It has bulldozers and chainsaws. It doesn't lurk in underwater caves. It operates from corporate boardrooms and global supply chains. Its name is industrial deforestation, and it devours 1.5 million hectares of forest every single year. It's fueled by our insatiable global demand for timber, for minerals like cobalt that power our phones, and for agricultural land. And it feeds on human desperation, forcing local communities into a partnership with the very forces destroying their ancestral world.
And this monster unleashes others. As humans push deeper into the forest, we increase our contact with wildlife, creating a perfect storm for zoonotic diseases. Ebola, monkeypox, the next global pandemic may well be incubating right now in the ecological wounds that are creating modern Mokele Mbembe sightings. The bitter irony is unavoidable. For decades, we sent expeditions to find a mythical creature in one of the world's last wild places. All the while, a real monster was erasing that world from existence. The future of the Congo Basin hangs by a thread. At current rates, its forests could be gone by 2050. The legends of Mokele Mbembe will become meaningless when there are no mysterious waters left for them to inhabit. The death of the forest will be the death of wonder itself. But there is still time. Conservation efforts have proven that when indigenous communities are empowered as guardians of their land, they are its most effective protectors. The choice is ours. We can continue to be distracted by mythical beasts while ignoring the real one. Or we can finally confront the monster we created. The question is no longer if a monster lurks in the waters of the Congo. The question is, what will we do about the one we can all see?